All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to start. Welcome to the Payson Regional Courts. My name is Judge Garvin, and to the right of me is Madam Clerk Haley, and our bailiff is Garrett. We are here to assist you with today's proceedings. This group advisory is to serve you, as well as the courts, with improved management of yours and our time. Hopefully we'll have you seen and onto your day much sooner, as much of the information is repetitive and the same for each of you defendants. Today is the scheduled date for the initial appearance or arraignment. Many of you are here for a civil traffic violation, a criminal violation, or both. The purpose of the initial appearance or arraignment is to formally advise you of the charges against you, advise you of your legal rights, assure your knowledge of right to counsel, and provide you an opportunity to state your plea to the court on record. During this appearance, the court will notify you of certain rights and set a date for your next proceeding or conclude the case today. You are scheduled today in either the Gila County Justice Court, the Town of Payson, or Town of Star Valley Magistrate Court. Consolidated, these are combined to the Payson Regional Courts. The arraignment is where you will enter a plea of either guilty, not guilty, or no contest. Each of you share the same rights, and they are the following. 1, the right to remain silent. If you choose to remain silent when you're asked how to plea, I'll enter a not guilty plea for you and give you your next court date. You also have the right to an attorney, and in some cases the right to a court-appointed attorney. To have a court appoint you an attorney, there must be 2 qualifications. Number 1, you must not be able to financially afford one. There's a purple clipboard right there with questions on there. That's a financial questionnaire that asks questions regarding your finances. So you must first off qualify for a court-appointed attorney financially. Then there also must be a second component. One of those components is, an example would be jail time. So if your case involves jail time, which I'll notify you of that when you come forward and your case is called, that would be a qualifying second opponent. I recognize the symbol there. Is this better, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't hear very well either, so I recognize that a lot.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm informing the group they have a right to remain silent. They have a right to a a right to an attorney, and in some cases a court-appointed attorney. To have a court-appointed attorney, there must be 2 requirements. Number 1, you must not be able to afford an attorney, and on the table in front of me is a purple clipboard with financial questions. So if any of you defendants are wishing to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney, I'll instruct you at the time to fill out that financial questionnaire, and if your case qualifies with a second reason. One of those examples, again, is a loss of liberty or jail time. So if your case involves jail time, then that is a qualifying case for a court-appointed attorney at little or no cost to you. There are other reasons to qualify. Again, it requires not being able to afford one, and then a second component. One would be a mental disability that would be diagnosed by a doctor. We would need evidence of that, and there's several others. So if you think you have a reason for a court-appointed attorney besides I can't afford one, please let me know that reason, and I will let you know if the court can accept that as a qualifying reason for a court-appointed attorney. You always can hire an attorney at your own expense whenever you choose to, okay? Each of you are getting an attorney waiver form when you checked in at the front counter. If you have not done so already, please write in your name and case number, if known, on the form. You'll see that there's 2 options at the top. Number 1 is if you are not seeking counsel, an attorney, you must check the top box that reads, quote, I do not want an attorney, unquote. If you are going to retain an attorney at your own expense, please advise me, and I will enter a plea of not guilty for you. That gives your attorney the ability to do some work for you. And the attorney waiver form can either be discarded or given back to us, to the court. If you are seeking a court-appointed attorney and the court determines that you are not entitled to one, and you choose not to seek your own attorney at your own expense, check the second box that reads, quote, the court has determined that you are not entitled to a court-appointed attorney and you choose not to retain one. So you may come forward And Judge, I can't afford one, and here's a reason. I don't have a car and I can't make court. It's not a very good example, but it is an example of a reason that the court would not appoint an attorney in that case. But you did ask for one, and it was denied by the court, and you would check that second box in that case if you chose not to hire an attorney. Keep in mind that you can change your mind on hiring an attorney or not hiring an attorney at any stage of the court proceedings. So let's say today you decide that you do not want to hire an attorney, and you proceed, and then tomorrow or the next day or a week later or 2 weeks or a month later you decide you do want an attorney, you can hire an attorney. You just need to notify the court of that, because we set our calendar with defendants that are pro per, which means that they're representing themselves on one day, and defendants that are represented by attorneys on a different day. So we would just have to calendar you on a different day. So keep in mind that you can change your mind one way or the other. Even if you leave here, Judge, I'm going to hire an attorney right off the bat, you go talk to him, you find out that it might be a little too expensive for you. Judge, I'm not going to hire an attorney more. Just let our staff know, and we'll schedule you appropriately. Misdemeanor classifications. If you have a copy of the citation with you that was issued against you, you might see next to the numbered statute. It should start with either a 13 or a 28. Next to that, there may be a 1M, 2M, or 3M. That would be the classification of misdemeanor that is alleged against you. I'm going to cover those penalty ranges now. If your case or citation does not have the 1, 2, or 3M, fear not. I'll let you know what it is when you come forward and your case is called what classification your misdemeanor is. A Class 1 misdemeanor has a maximum fine of up to $2,500 plus surcharges, 6 months of jail, and or 3 years of probation. A Class 2 misdemeanor has up to a $750 fine plus surcharges, 4 months of jail, and or 2 years of probation. A Class 3 misdemeanor has up to a $500 fine plus surcharges, 30 days in jail, and or 1 year of probation. And you could be charged with a petty offense, and that has up to a $300 fine plus surcharges only. Mandatory minimum penalties. Most charges do not have minimum penalties. However, some do. Mandatory minimum penalties are built into the Arizona revised statutes. An example is a DUI charge. A DUI charge has a mandatory minimum fine of $1,515.50, mandatory minimum of 8 consecutive hours of jail time, and mandatory DUI counseling. So, if you're here and alleged for a DUI violation, you notice the 8 hours of consecutive jail time. That is a loss of liberty. So if you then cannot afford an attorney, a DUI case qualifies for a court-appointed attorney. So what we just need to do is have you complete the financial questionnaire. So there's an example of one of those. Your plea options today are guilty, no contest, or not guilty. A guilty plea means that you admit that you committed the crime. No contest is accepting the conviction but avoiding a factual admission of guilt. Both guilty and no contest are sentenced the same and will show on your criminal history as a conviction. Not guilty means that you believe you are innocent of the criminal offense charged against you, or you wish to discuss the case with the prosecutor. Maybe you don't believe you're innocent of the charge, but you want to give reasons for possibly a negotiation or a plea bargain by the prosecutor for the qualifying reasons that you may have. Right now is not the time to give me those qualifying reasons, because if the case proceeds to a trial, that will eliminate me to hear that trial, because I'm not supposed to hear facts of the case until the trial time. But the prosecutor can hear the facts of the case, take the facts of the case that you may want to present into consideration to offer you a possible plea negotiation. Okay? When you plead guilty or no contest, you may be sentenced unless your case involves a victim. Victims have the right to be heard, and the court must comply with victims' rights notifications. If your case involves a victim, You enter a plea of guilty or no contest, your sentence will be deferred and you will be given a court date to return. That allows us the ability to notify the victim of your plea and gives them an opportunity to give a statement if they wish to. Additionally, on any case that you plead guilty or no contest to, you are given up certain rights. By pleading guilty or no contest, you are given up the following rights. Number one, the right to plead not guilty and require the state to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Number two, the right to have a trial, either by jury or a bench trial. Not all cases qualify for a jury trial, and I will inform you on a case-by-case basis if your case qualifies for a jury trial. The example that I gave prior, the DUI, does qualify for a jury trial, so keep that in mind also. Number three, you would be given up the right to the assistance of an attorney at all stages of the proceeding, including appeal, and in some cases eligible for a court-appointed attorney, free or little charge to you. That's what we've discussed prior. You would also be given up the right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine them as to the truthfulness of their testimony. You'd be given up the right to present evidence in your own behalf and have the court compel your chosen witnesses to appear and testify free of charge. You'd be given up the right to remain silent and to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Keeping in mind this is again either a guilty or no contest plea. And the final, you'd be given up the right to a direct appeal. Rule 14.4 is a notice of possible collateral consequences, and those include, but are not limited to, immigration consequences, the possible suspension of your driver's license, an impact on a commercial driver's license or other professional license, an impact on insurance rates, the revocation of probation or parole, an increased penalty for further criminal charges, becoming a prohibited possessor if convicted of domestic violence charges, and if you're not a citizen of the United States, a plea or finding of guilt may result in deportation or being denied citizenship or re-entry. Further on citizenship, Rule 17.2, every person who enters a plea of guilty or no contest or is found guilty after trial understands that if you're not a citizen of the United States, pleading guilty or no contest to a crime may affect your immigration status. Admitting guilt may result in deportation even if the charge is later dismissed. Your plea or admission of guilt could result in your deportation or removal, could prevent you from ever being able to get legal status in the United States, or could prevent you from becoming a United States citizen. A Rule 33 petition. You may file a Rule 33 petition for post-conviction relief, and if denied, file a petition for review. An example of a Rule 33 petition is, let's say that you plead guilty or are found guilty after a trial at a later time, and a month later or 2 months later, evidence appears that you believe would exonerate you out of that guilty finding by a trial or out of your guilty plea. Then you can file a Rule 33 petition to have that information reviewed. And then after the review, they may accept or deny that submittal. That is one example of a Rule 33 petition. Setting aside judgment and sealing records. I know it's going to be public. Can you check the thermostat? Someone's showing here, and I see people freezing up. We will set aside judgment and sealing of records. So we're going to do an adjustment to that air conditioner. I can see some of you look like it might be a little chilly here. You may apply to set aside the judgment of conviction pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13905 once all the terms of the sentence have been completed, and you may qualify for a certificate of second chance and apply to seal the records pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13911 once the terms of the sentence and the time frames therein have been satisfied. At sentencing, you will be provided an informational sheet that will further explain the Rule 33 petition, the set-aside judgment, and the sealing of records. That's again with a guilty or no contest plea, or if you're found guilty after trial, those things take place. Not guilty plea. So we spoke about a guilty and a no contest plea. Now we will discuss what occurs when you enter a plea of not guilty, or if you choose to remain silent. A court date for a pre-trial conference will be provided. That's going to be abbreviated on your paperwork as a PTC. At the pretrial conference, you will meet with the county or town prosecutor. You'll have a private meeting with them. The prosecutor may provide you a copy of the police report to review, discuss the case, and share information about the evidence they intend to use at a trial to be scheduled at a potential later date. Use caution when you're speaking to the prosecutor. What you say may be used against you in court if the case does in fact proceed to a trial. So the best thing is to listen first, see what they have to say about the case. And then if there's something that's compelling that you may want to tell them or think you should, be careful about your self-incrimination, because it can be used against you. You'll come to a setting just like you're at now, and you'll be pulled from this room to a private room one at a time to discuss the case. At the conclusion of the pretrial conference, one of three results will occur. One, the case will in fact proceed to a trial, and you will be given your next court date. Two, the case could enter a plea agreement that all parties, including yourself, will agree upon. Or three, the case could be dismissed. If you are here for a civil traffic offense, these are non-criminal offenses. You will enter a plea of responsible or not responsible. If you plead responsible, a fine or sanction will be imposed for the sentencing. If you plead not responsible, a civil traffic hearing will be scheduled. Or if you're combined with a criminal offense that you have pled not guilty to, the prosecutor will review your civil and criminal offenses together, and they might be used as bargaining chips, if you will, during that negotiation. When your name is called, please come forward to the bench with your attorney waiver form. Answer questions with yes or no instead of or not or yeah or nah. I'll understand exactly what you're saying, but the record will not. That review of the record has a very difficult time distinguishing between our slang language. So please answer with yes or no. If you forget, don't be embarrassed. I'll just ask you to restate your answer with yes or no. Please ask me any questions if you have any. That's what I'm here for. Any of this information that I provided to you, ask about. If it's information outside of what I provided to you, you can ask. I don't know if I can answer. What I cannot do is provide you legal advice. I can't tell you what you should do or how you should plead, but I can give you information. Information is different than advice. All right. This process does take a little bit of a while, so if you need to get up and use the restroom, go ahead and do that. Just make sure that you let one of our staff know, so that way if we call your case and you're not here during the bathroom visit, we can log your name down so we can call your case right when you get back, as soon as we're done with the next person.
Blanche Thomas, approach the bench, please.
Hi there.
Hi.
You gonna be able to stand for a little while?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this is case 2026 TR2. Could you state your full name, please?
Blanche Thomas.
Thank you. We're here for a driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license. That's a class 1 misdemeanor. Did you understand the information I gave in the group advisory?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a decision to make with the attorney waiver form. Waive the presence of an attorney, hire an attorney at your own expense, or provide a qualifying reason for a court-appointed attorney.
Okay.
So how do you wish to proceed with the attorney? Waive the presence, hiring an attorney, or provide the court with a qualifying?
No, I don't want an attorney.
Okay, so just check the top box there. There you go. And then if you would date and sign it where it's highlighted. Today is the 14th of January.
Do I sign it?
Just where it's highlighted, it says defendant. Correct there. There you go. That's it.
Signature or just print it?
Signature, however you sign your name. There you go. All right, I'll take that form. Thank you. Do you have any questions about the plea options that I told you? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
You want to enter a no contest plea?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so in that group advisory with your no contest plea, I informed you of certain rights that you're giving up. Did you understand those rights?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Okay. Are you a school teacher?
No.
You understood the citizens advisory that I gave?
Yeah.
Okay. If you could answer with yes or no, please.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to review the factual basis. So you're not admitting or denying these facts, but you're acknowledging that these facts would be used if the case proceeded to a trial. That's what a no contest plea is. On 1/1 of 2026 at about 3:00 p.m. you were contacted at or near State Route 87 and Arrow Street in the city limits of Payson in Gila County in the jurisdiction of this court. That is also milepost 252 on State Route 87. That police contact, it was found that you were operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway while your license was suspended, revoked, or canceled. And you are here pleading no contest to that case today. Does that sound consistent?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. Regarding your no contest plea, are you making that voluntarily?
Yes.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
No.
Did anybody promise you any lighter sentence or punishment?
No.
Okay. Court accepts your plea of no contest and finds that you made it knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. This is the information that I gave in the group advisory about the rights that you're giving up with your no contest plea. Required your signature here. Do you wish to give a statement to the court before we impose sentencing?
I didn't know that my license was suspended.
Okay.
I was taking my grandson back for school for the Christmas break was over. I didn't know until I got pulled over.
Okay. Have you moved ever since you got your driver's license?
No.
Okay. And so what happens is they typically send notice of those suspensions, but sometimes people move and they don't update their address through the motor vehicle division. So those notices go out to somebody else at the old address to let them know that your license is going to become suspended. If you haven't moved or anything, then maybe you didn't receive the notice, but that happens often when people move and don't provide updated address. So I'm not saying that's what happened in this case, but that is a very common thing that occurs. Okay. All right. Anything else you wish to say besides that?
No.
Okay. Do you think you'll be able to get your license back in 30 days?
I really don't know.
Okay.
I probably have to, I called the hospital. They said that I have to go back for medical records release.
Okay. Also might be for medical cause?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so here's what I'm going to do is the standard fine is $482. If you're able to get a driver's license and you can show that to the court within 30 days of today's date, I'll reduce that down to $202. Okay?
And if I
I'm
can't,
imposing no additional penalties.
and if I can't get my license back,
If you cannot get it back, then the $482 is just due.
okay.
Okay. Regarding that balance, are you able to pay that today?
No.
Okay, I can put you on a payment plan. Per statute, I have to add a one-time $20 payment plan fee. That brings your balance to a total of $502. How much can you afford per month on that?
Probably like $40.
Okay, is that an affordable amount for you
Yeah.
monthly? Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Can you make a payment today?
Of $40?
Correct. You don't have to.
No, not
Okay.
today.
I'll schedule your first one 30 days from today's date.
Okay.
All right, so here's that letter that I promised you regarding how to set aside the judgment and seal the records that I gave in the group advisory. If I
Okay.
could just get your signature here, that I provided you the second copy. Okay, and then this one's yours. I've crossed out the domestic violence that doesn't apply to your case, but that's for you to have. All right, let me show you this form. So this is, you'll be signing for the payment agreement of $40 a month. First payment is due on February 13th of 2026 of the balance of $502 unless you get the reduction, which is showed right here. On here, this highlighted, you'll get a copy of this. There's a phone number and a website that if you wish to pay it remotely, you can. I know that you traveled a significant distance to get here. You can also send us a check or money order to the address right here with your case number, which is right here. So you have a few options to make those payments, okay?
Okay.
If you would sign where it says defendant. All right, do you have any questions for me at all?
No.
Okay, once he gives you a copy of that paper you just signed, the judgment and sentencing form, you'll be excused, so you're all set to go drive home safely.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Clifford Gom.
Hello, sir. This is case 2026 CM1. This is a criminal trespass violation, 3rd degree, a class 3 misdemeanor. Could you state your full name?
Clifford Gum?
Thank you. Did you understand the information I gave in the group advisory? Okay. Do you have your attorney form with you? The one that they gave you at the front counter? I'm going to need that. I'll have my bailiff grab it. Is it over there sitting on the bench?
Do I need an attorney for this?
No. So in the group advisory, I explained that you could have an attorney, but that's up to you. So let me cover that part with you again. So this is a class 3 misdemeanor. Hello? Make sure you're paying attention so I don't have to repeat it 3 times. So don't sign, don't read, don't do anything. So the class 3 misdemeanor has a maximum fine of $500, a term of 30 days in jail and or 1 year probation. There is no jail time being asked on your case. The prosecutor is required to notify the court if they're asking for jail time. That notification is not here, so you're not facing any jail time, okay? So regarding the attorney portion, your options are to waive the presence of an attorney, hire an attorney at your own expense, or give me a qualifying reason to get a court-appointed attorney. Just want to waive one?
Yeah.
Okay, so check the top box on the paper. See towards the top? Yep, the top one says I do not want an attorney. And then where it's dated, highlighted, it's date and sign.
Today's date?
Today is the 14th. 1/14 of 2026. And then if you would sign where it says defendant.
I'm sorry about my appearance. Like, I just really don't feel good today.
No, yeah, they gave me a note that you're not feeling well, so no problem. And I'll take that form, sir.
There's the last one. And I put the motion on the back. That we did.
All right, sir, so your options are to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest. Do you have any questions before I take a plea from you?
I don't necessarily remember even being trespassed at Speedway.
Okay, so let me just inform you of the date and time and where at. Okay, so it was on December 31st, on New Year's Eve, at 12:30 in the afternoon, at 2010 North Beeline Highway, and I think that is the Speedway on the north end of town.
But this wasn't at 12:30 in the afternoon. This was at midnight in the morning when I got originally trespassed.
Okay, so here that might have been, you might have been told or not allowed to be there on a day or in the evening or whatever. But then what they're alleging is on New Year's Eve at 12:38 in the afternoon, you were on that location. If you don't believe you're guilty of that, then you enter in not guilty.
No, I don't believe I'm guilty of that. I wasn't there at 12:30 in the afternoon.
Okay, so do you want to enter a not guilty plea?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll enter a not guilty plea.
And the cop said that
Okay.
I was being trespassed.
I can't hear details of the case right now. And the reason why, sir, is if it goes to trial, then I can still be the judge for the trial. So I didn't mean to interrupt you or be rude, but that's what I explained in the group advisory is you don't want to give me the facts now. This is not the time for the trial of the case. You can enter guilty, or excuse me, enter not guilty, and when the pre-trial conference, that'll be the next court date, you can give the details that you want during that.
Not guilty.
Okay, so at the pre-trial conference, you'll give the prosecutor the details if you wish to. Be careful not to self-incriminate at that next hearing, because what you say can be used against you if the case does in fact go to a trial. Okay, so I've got a court date here for you. I'll get your signature in a moment. All right, here is your court date. We'll have you back in court on February 9th, 2026 at 9:30. If you would sign where it says defendant. And then I'll get you a copy of that. So we'll have you back in court. That's where you're going to meet with the prosecutor. You can discuss those facts that you're wanting to. Be careful you don't say something that will damage you or self-incriminate you. And then at the result of that, it'll either go to a trial, enter a plea agreement, or be dismissed, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so there's your copy, and you're all set to go, sir. We'll see you on that date. Hope you get to feeling better.
When's the next court date?
Pardon me? Right up here is the court date. Let me circle it for you, so.
Yeah.
Right.
What's today?
Yeah, here's the court date and time.
Okay.
Okay?
How many days away is it?
Pardon me?
How many days away is it?
That's about 30 days away.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Just doing mental math in my head.
Do you have a mental disability?
No, it's just I have to
Just sick right now.
reorder things in my head because of the stroke.
Okay.
Like, so,
So just show up on that day then.
I'll do it.
Okay, we'll see you then. Have a good day, sir. And if you want to, Garrett, if you wouldn't mind hitting this just because he was sick, yeah. Thank you. Won't get anybody else. Hit that pin too so people don't get worried about the pin. Thank you. Ready?
Gregory Ramstead.
Hello there. How are you? Mr. Ramstead, we're here on
Unfortunately.
to the
Well, you know
side.
what?
Hang on a second. This is case 2025 CM 12386. State your full name, please.
Gregory Allen Ramstead.
Thank you. This is a disorderly conduct and a criminal damage charge that's been filed against you. Did you understand that?
Yeah. They were telling me that the homeowners, so they called the police officers and they dropped them there.
All right, none of that matters right now. All right.
Yeah, I'm not
You-
guilty, okay. Gotcha. I know.
You gotta listen before you talk.
Okay.
Okay. We talked about the attorney waiver form.
Yeah.
Do you want an attorney or do you want to waive the presence of an attorney?
Waive the presence.
Okay, so you have that form with you?
Sign it in here.
I know that you're kind of eager to get this going, but we have two
Yeah,
doing steps.
gotcha.
And then the date, 14th, 1/14. And then if you check the box, if you don't want an attorney at the top. All right, and then you're pleading not guilty. If I
Yes.
understood correct? Okay, give me 1 moment. All right, sir, so I'll get you scheduled for your pretrial conference. I can get your signature here. Your pretrial conference is on 1/26 of 2026 at 9:30 down here where it says defendant. I'll get you a copy of that. Do you have any questions at all about the pretrial conference? Okay, once he gets you a copy, you're all set.
All right,
We'll see you then.
you have a great day.
You too, thank you.
Stephen Frederick.
Hello, sir, how are you?
Nervous.
Don't be. I was kind of nice on the microphone, wasn't I?
The microphone helped.
Okay.
My hearing's not really good though, Your Honor.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, this is case number 2025 CM 12385. You have two charges that are alleged against you. One of them is criminal trespass, and then the other one is theft.
Okay, this is my problem. I'm guilty of the criminal trespass, but I'm not guilty of the theft.
Okay,
There was no theft.
okay, so we can enter your plea different for the charges.
Okay, can we do that then?
You can. You can do whatever you want, so I'm telling you that you...
I'm asking for advice.
Okay, so I can't give legal advice. I'm not an attorney, but what I can tell you is if you're going to plead on not guilty on one of the charges, then you can have the prosecutor look at both of them.
That's fine.
Okay, so I'll enter your not guilty plea, and both charges will go as a not guilty.
Okay.
When you have that meeting with them on the next court date,
Yes, sir.
they can see what they'll do. You can tell them that, you know, you feel responsible for this one, but absolutely not the other one.
That's
And
exactly what I'll do.
Okay, all right, so we'll get you scheduled for that pretrial conference and enter your not guilty plea.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is your address still good on Phoenix Street?
No, sir.
All right, let me give you, do you have an update address?
I
for
already
me?
changed the address.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
That's where my residence is now, and that's where I pay rent. I do have a residence now. I was homeless before.
Okay, so I'm gonna review the release conditions with you and then also call to see if there's any victims here, okay?
Yes, sir.
The release conditions are obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes,
Right?
notify the court immediately of any change of address, which you've done,
Yes, sir.
not to contact the alleged victims in any manner, and not to go near the location of the alleged offense, but you may return with law enforcement if you need to collect personal property, okay?
Okay, I was gonna wait till this was resolved.
That might be a little ways down the road, so it's up to you. I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't do, but
Okay.
if you need to go back to that property, just make sure you go with law enforcement.
Yes,
for
sir. I understand that.
If you have personal property there, okay?
Yes, I do.
In the case of Frederick, is there any victims in the courtroom? Having seen none. All right, sir. So here's your next court date, right here, and I'll circle it for you.
Okay.
2/9 of 2026 at 9 a.m.
Okay,
You appeared, you pled not guilty, and we got your pretrial set.
okay.
If you grab that pen right there and sign where it says defendant. We'll get you a copy of that for your court date. Do you have any questions at all?
No, sir.
That wasn't too bad, wasn't it?
No, it didn't hurt a bit.
Okay.
I don't think you got his attorney waiver form.
All right, sir. Do you have your attorney waiver form there? Let me take a look at that.
That's my original
Oh,
piece
that's
of
that
paper.
one. Let me take a look at this one here that they gave to you at the front counter. You've indicated that you wish not to hire an attorney, correct?
Right.
Okay, so I'll take that from you. That one's back to yours. That just talks about today. Thanks.
I don't wish to hire an attorney at this time.
You can change your mind if you decide to later.
Okay, that's what,
Even after that meeting, let's say you meet with the prosecutor, it doesn't go well, then you can hire an attorney then if you wish to.
thank you.
You're welcome. That's all we have for you.
Thank you.
You're all set? Yes, sir. You're all set. Have a good day.
Ryan Woods.
Hello, sir, how are you?
Just a little nervous.
No, don't worry about it. All right, sir, this is case 2028 TR007. If you could state your full name.
Ryan Dominique Smith, please.
All right, thank you. So we're here on an excessive speed violation. It's alleged at 90 miles per hour and a posted 65 mile per hour zone. That is a class 3 misdemeanor. Did you understand the group advisory I gave?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have your attorney waiver form. Have you made a
Yes,
decision?
sir. Yeah.
Okay. And if you would date and sign where it's highlighted below. I'll take that from you, thank you. All right, any questions about your plea options?
No, sir.
Okay, before I take a plea from you, have you attended the defensive traffic class in the last year?
No.
Okay, so I'll make that eligible to you if you wish.
Thank you.
If you complete that class successfully, the citation is dismissed. It does not go on your criminal history.
Okay.
You just have to complete the class and follow the instructions. You understand?
Yeah.
You want that option?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So what we're going to do is actually extend this court date. Okay.
Okay.
That date has been extended to 2/18 of 2026. Now, the key part is traffic school must be completed 7 to 10 days prior to that date. Okay, so
Okay.
make sure you get it done 10 days prior to that date,
Okay.
and then it'll be registered, and then the ticket will be dismissed.
Okay.
Okay, if I could get your signature where it says defendant signature. And is your address still good on Center Street?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Phone number ends in 8205.
Yes, sir.
Okay, once we get you a copy of that, you'll be all set to go unless you have any questions.
Yeah, that's
Okay? See, that wasn't bad, was it?
no.
Okay. I know ahead of time I'm going to butcher this name, so I apologize. Donasil Neduchelian.
The good part is we get to say you state your name, see how bad we were all with it. So this is case 2026 TR004. Could you state your full name?
It's Danashil Nedichilian.
Thank you. Your full name, sir? Your first, last, middle?
First name Danashil,
Okay.
last name Nedichilian.
Thank you. All right, sir, this is a class 3 misdemeanor for an excessive speed violation. You have your attorney waiver form prepared?
Yeah.
Any questions on that?
No, sir.
Okay, how do you wish to proceed? With an attorney, without an attorney?
Without an
Okay,
attorney.
if you check the top box on your form, and then date and sign it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll take that one. Okay, I'm going to leave this one with you. That basically talks about what I said in the group advisory. Do you have any questions about the plea options?
No, sir.
Okay, you're also eligible for the traffic school. Have you attended the traffic school in the last year?
No.
Okay, would you like that option?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're going to extend your court date today to the 18th of February. And you need to make sure that you complete the traffic school 7 to 10 days before that court date of February 18th.
Sure.
Okay, if I get a signature from you here. Once you complete the traffic school, the citation will dismiss, and that'll be to conclude the case.
Sure.
So I'll get you a copy of that. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, so once I get you a copy, you're all set. Is that your pencil mark on there verifying the address, or is that stuff?
Not me.
Okay, I like it because I don't have to ask them about that.
Yeah.
So if they do that, that tells me I don't have to,
Okay.
yeah.
Elizabeth Sadler. Did I just hand you one or two? Just one. Okay.
Are there 2 cases? Hello there. All right, this is case 2025 CM 242. Could you state your full name?
Elizabeth Marie Sadler.
Thank you. So we're here on an allegation of disorderly conduct under the domestic violence statute. The domestic violence statute does have a mandatory minimum fine. That's going to be a $50 address confidentiality fund fee, a $50 domestic violence fund fee, and mandatory domestic violence counseling. So that's the mandatory minimum. And then it's a class 1 misdemeanor. Did you understand the group advisory information?
Yes, sir.
Regarding your attorney waiver form, do you wish to, waive in the presence of an attorney, and if you date and sign it?
14th, right?
Correct. And did you get your trip in?
I did, thank you.
Yeah, you're
Thanks to you.
Yeah.
Got pneumonia afterwards.
Oh, no. At least the trip was good
It
then.
was so cold and rainy and miserable there that we all ended up sick.
All right. Do you have any questions about how to plea on that case?
I do not know.
No
No
questions?
contest.
Okay, no contest?
Yes, please.
All right, so we have to schedule this for another court date because it's a victim-related
Sure.
case. I'm going to review your release conditions and then call for any victims that may or may not want to be heard.
Okay.
But I'll give you the court date.
Okay. Thank you. I did submit documentation because my paperwork was all wrong. My date of birth is wrong on there and everything, so.
I'll verify that. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah.
Her driver's license on the back.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got a copy of the
Yeah, good,
driver's license.
good.
All right, so you appeared today.
Mhm.
You pled no contest.
Yes, sir.
So we got a sentencing set for 1/27 of 2026 at 1:30.
Okay.
If you would sign here where it says defendant. In the case of Sadler, are there any victims in the courtroom that wish to be heard? Having seen none, your release conditions obey all orders of the court not to commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately of any address change.
Yes.
Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court.
Yes.
Do not have any contact with the alleged victim. We already talked about the leaving the state, and then are you following through with the pretrial services contact? That's that probation
Oh,
department?
yeah. I haven't heard much from him, but yes.
Yeah, so they normally want some follow-up after each of the cases, so
Okay,
you probably,
should I call him
do you
too?
still have that phone number and name?
I do.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
so just give them a report, let them know you showed up.
Of course.
I don't know if, then just have whatever other information they need.
Okay, sounds great.
Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay, we'll see you on that date.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good day. So,
David Lewis?
hello, sir, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. Thank you for wrestling for court. This is case 2026 TR08. Could you state your full name?
David Prescott Lewis.
Thank you, sir. So this is a excessive speed violation. That's a class 3 misdemeanor. Did you understand the group advisory?
Yes.
Okay. You have any questions on your attorney waiver form?
No.
Okay. Do you wish to hire an attorney, waive the presence of an attorney?
Always.
Okay. If you check that top box and date and sign where it indicates there. Sir, their case is eligible for traffic school if you haven't attended in the last year. Have you attended the traffic school in the last year?
No.
Okay. Would you like to use that option?
Yes, please.
Okay. So the court date is continued for today, and it's continued to the 18th of February 2026. You need to complete the traffic school 7 to 10 days before that. And I'll get a signature on this form from you in a minute.
Okay.
All right, sign here where it says defendant, and I'll get you a copy of that. Your address is still good on 55th Street,
Yes.
and your phone number ends in 2913?
Yes.
All right, so as soon as he gets you a copy of that, you'll be all set to go.
Right.
Any questions?
Okay, no.
Okay.
Right, thanks.
I'm gonna butcher this last name, I apologize. Michael Licavoli? Licavoli?
Hello, sir, how are you?
There are you.
Good. This is case 2025 CM240. I'm going to say Licavoli. Is that correct? Or if you'd state your full name?
Michael Licavoli.
Licavoli. So it is Licavoli.
There's multiple different families.
I have a friend that spells it different, but it's pronounced Licavoli. So
Yeah.
that's why I thought I'd try the other side.
Yeah.
All right, so this is case 2025 CM240, and it's a disorderly conduct charge under the domestic violence statute. The domestic violence portion of it has a mandatory minimum. That's a $50 address confidentiality fund fee, a $50 domestic violence fund fee, and mandatory domestic violence counseling. So that's the mandatory minimum. Remember, in the group advisory, some charges have minimums. This is one of those because of the domestic violence statute. So $100 on the charge, 50 goes to address confidentiality, 50 goes to domestic violence fund, plus mandatory domestic violence counseling. You have any questions about your attorney waiver form?
Not guilty.
Pardon me?
Not guilty.
Okay, so I'll enter your not guilty plea, but first we have to figure out what you want to do as far as an attorney goes. So you have an attorney waiver form that was given to you. So your options are to hire an attorney, ask for a court-appointed attorney, or waive the presence of an attorney.
Yeah, I have no money, so I'll ask for the help of the court.
Okay, so to qualify for a court-appointed attorney, number one, you must not be able to afford one. Sounds like that's what you're asking about. But number two, there must be a second cause. One of those causes would be jail time. I don't see any jail time being asked to the case. Prosecutor is required to notify the court if they're asking for jail time. Otherwise, you have to present another reason that you want a court-appointed attorney. That is a qualifying reason. Do you have any of those reasons?
I might have counsel speak on my behalf at a later date as to why.
Okay, so then today what you need to do is decide that, so I have to determine if I can get you a court-appointed attorney. So I have to have a cause for that. One of them is jail time, and then there's not in this case, so that alleviates that. Another one is, I've got a mental disability. I don't comprehend what's taking place. It's diagnosed. Now I know that there's some paperwork in here that talks about some other things, but I don't know if that raises to the level of what I just described to you.
Does PTSD qualify?
That would only do it if you don't comprehend what's going on. It has to be diagnosed that you can't make decisions for yourself. You're not understanding the explanations that I'm talking to you about. So that would have to be determined, I guess. So right now, are you understanding everything I'm talking about? Explaining the things to you?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, so you don't have to? All right. So what I'm going to do is I've got a not guilty plea for you. I'm going to enter the not guilty plea, and then I'm going to, if you plead the fifth on the consideration for an attorney, then I can't use any merits. So that means that you would be proceeding without an attorney appointed by the court. Now, you certainly can hire one. That costs money and all that, but
What need I do in order to have one appointed by the court?
you present me a qualifying reason. So number one, it takes two parts. Number one is you told me you can't afford one, and then I need a second component. One, it would be jail time, but your case doesn't have that. Two would be a mental disability that's been diagnosed, and I'd have to have evidence of that you don't comprehend what's going on with the legal process. And then if I did get the second reason from you, then I'd have you fill out that financial questionnaire on the desk.
Guess I don't understand. Yeah, I don't comprehend.
Okay. If that's the case, no. You are on record.
I mean, like, literally, I explained, and it's not being accepted, so
Okay.
I guess I don't understand.
Okay, so then in that case, have a seat at the table there, fill out that financial questionnaire, we'll see if we can appoint an attorney. So I'll just roll this case.
David Reigel?
Hello, sir, how are you?
Good morning.
So this is case 2025-290. Could you state your full name?
David Regal.
Yes, sir. This is a charge of driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license, and then there's 2 civil traffic violations. Those are no mandatory insurance and displaying a suspended registration for financial responsibility. So we've got 2 different things we'll be doing.
That's not my vehicle.
Okay.
myself, but I was driving it.
Okay, so we'll talk about that. So the driver is responsible to make sure the vehicles are legal before they operate, so
Yeah.
we'll get to that.
That's what he told me to.
Okay, all right, and then you were incarcerated for a while, that's why you missed the court date?
Correct.
Okay, all right, so you understood the information about the attorney waiver form?
Yes.
And you're opting to waive the presence of an attorney?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions? First off, it's the driving suspended is the criminal violation that we'll talk about. Any questions of the plea options of guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No, sir.
Okay, how do you wish to plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Okay, and then the two civil traffic violations, that takes the responsible plea or not responsible. And I can answer a few questions for you. I know you said it's not my vehicle.
Right.
Kind of subtly mentioned it.
Right. It is my responsibility
Okay,
to check the car, but I didn't.
okay. Sometimes we rely on our friends to make sure they're legal to drive and they're not, so. So do you want to enter a responsible or not responsible, sir?
Not responsible.
Enter not responsible on those?
Yes.
Okay. So I've got a guilty plea for the driving suspended and not responsible for the no insurance violation and the plate suspended for, okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so what we'll do is I'm going to get you a civil traffic court date that will be scheduled for you to return back to court for those two civil traffic violations. And we can proceed forward with the guilty plea, so it saves you having to come back on that one.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks, sir.
You bet. You were here in the group advisory that I presented to everybody?
Yes, sir.
So you understand with the guilty plea the rights that you're giving up?
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
Probation.
Okay. Being that you're on probation, that may qualify you for a court-appointed attorney because your probation may be revoked as a result of your guilty plea. Have you just?
They understand it. So.
You already talked to him and all
Yes,
that?
I have.
All right. So I still have to give you that advisory because you know better than I do because you've talked to him and I haven't.
Right.
So that advisory is that could happen, that could open up the window for you for a court-appointed attorney. Do you wish to waive that, knowing that, and
Yes.
proceed on? Okay. All right, and you understood the rights that you're giving up by entering the guilty plea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You understood the citizens advisory and the collateral consequences that I spoke in the group advisory?
Yes.
All right. The factual basis of your case is the following. On 7/30 of 2025 at about 12:36 p.m., you were contacted at or near milepost 252 on State Route 87 by the Gila County Sheriff's Office. In that police contact, it was found that you were operating a motor vehicle while your license was suspended, revoked, or canceled. They also alleged that you had no insurance on the vehicle you were operating and the plates were suspended for financial responsibility as well. You're entering a guilty plea for the count A, driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license, a not responsible on count B and C that occurred in Gila County in the jurisdiction of this court. Does that sound correct?
Correct, sir.
Okay. Okay, regarding your plea, are you making that voluntarily, the guilty plea?
Yes, sir.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
No, sir.
Okay, anybody promise you any lighter sentence or punishment?
No, sir.
Court will accept your plea, finds that you made it knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. These are the rights that you're waiving with that plea, if you'd sign where it says defendant. All right, do you wish to give a statement to the court before we
No, sir.
move to sentencing? Okay. All right, the standard fine is a $482 fine. If you're able to get your license within 30 days of today's date, I'll reduce that down to $202. Okay? All you got to do is give us a copy of that if you're able to do that. Regarding the $482, are you able to make that payment today?
No, sir.
Okay.
I get like $50 a month on it.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
afford that?
Yes. I got the other fines too from my previous involvement with DOC. Yeah.
Okay. I know you were taken into, oh no, you were cited and released on this.
Yeah. I went to DOC for 4 months.
So The two fees, there's a court security fee of $35.80
Right.
and a $20 payment plan if it can't be paid at the time. You indicated you can pay $50 a month?
Yes, I paid 50 today too.
You can pay 50 today too?
Yes.
Okay. And do we have an updated address for you, sir?
Should have the same address on the ticket.
Okay, let me just
I've been
confirm
there
that.
20-something years.
Okay, just confirm that with you. Holiday Forest Drive?
Right, 2886.
Okay. All right, sir, so here's what you're signing for the payment plan agreement, making a $50 payment on the case. Next one is due on February 13th of 2026. You're making a payment of $50 today on a total balance indicated here with the two fees.
Thanks, sir.
And while the bailiff gets you a copy of that, this is the notice of the warnings and collateral consequences, and also how to set aside the judgment and seal the records. If you'd sign here, I'll let you have the second page. Thank you. Make sure I'm going to get all these crossed out. Thank you. You got your copy. Now to make the payments on the bottom, after you make today's payment, there's a phone number and website. If you wish to make them remotely, you can do that, so you don't have to travel. Or if you want to send a check or money order to the address up here as well. Okay? All right, sir, you're all set to go.
Thank you. Have you a copy of that one?
You did just, I think the bailiff just gave it to you. Yep, that's it, right there. You're all set. Make sure I don't get that, so I get that. That one goes over here now. All right, Mr. LaCavalier, you can come back forward. All right, so reviewing your financial, you have one other person that you will provide financial assistance to.
When able, for my daughter, I'd give them as much money as I have.
Do they reside with you?
No.
Okay.
Just, I mean, she's supposed to reside with me 50-50, but they won't. Yeah.
Okay, so just, if you would, don't check the box, but just put the age and female.
Okay. Oh,
That's okay, you can just put right in there.
Sorry.
Just F in circle. That's all right. Okay, so find that you financially qualify for the court-appointed attorney, and since you've indicated on record that you do not understand the process of the legal system that I explained to you, we're going to appoint you as court-appointed attorney in the interest of justice. You do that court-appointed attorney.
Yeah, I'm working on it, sorry.
Okay. Is the date going to say the same on the 24th February?
No,
Okay.
it'll be different.
You don't need to print it, I'll just cross out the date and time, and so just the appointment of attorney.
Can I borrow the case?
What do you need?
The case?
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, so I don't have the court date yet, but you'll be signing for your court date, which I'll put in here in a moment. You grab a signature right here. And then I'll also have another form, which is the court-appointed attorney. It'll have your attorney's name and phone number. And once we get the court date, we'll put that on the form. Just call them about 5 days ahead of that, if you're able to get a hold of them. If not, they'll just meet you here on that court date. You guys can discuss the case. If you call right away, they're not going to know anything about it because they haven't got the case. So.
24 at 9 a.m. Is that? Oh, I lied. I did that.
What's that?
I need to put his address in here in just a second.
All right, so here's that court date. 2/24/26 at 9 a.m. and we got one more form to give to you. That's your copy of that one. Call your attorney 5 days before and we'll have the number on the next one.
Thank you.
And I'll give you 1 second, I gotta sign it, then I'll get it to you. And I do have this one.
Oh, you have that?
Yeah, she printed me two of them.
Oh, she did,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry, that's yours.
No worries.
Is that that?
In the case of LaCavalier, are there any victims in the courtroom? Having seen none, okay, Mr. LaCavalier, the release conditions are obey all orders of the court, not to commit any crime, to notify the court immediately of a change of address, not to leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, no unwanted contact with the alleged victim, so you're allowed to communicate.
I don't even know who the victim is.
Okay, I can let you know. That is Mary Jo LaCavalier.
Excuse me. Yes. Okay.
Okay, so that's who your no unwanted contact. So if Ms. LaCavalier does not want to talk to you and asks you not to talk to her, you must comply with that or you violate these orders and a warrant could be issued for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
And I'll show you on that. When I get your copy, I'll show it to you. Alright, so here's where the attorney's name and phone number is. So it's Sean Dove, and that's the phone number with your court date. So just make sure that you call ahead of time, 5 days or so before or the business day. The 5 days, if it falls on the weekend, just the Friday before or whatever. And then he'll discuss the case with you. If you don't get a hold of him, just meet him.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're all set to go.
Another name I'm gonna butcher. Eutimio Mendeville.
1 second here. I'm gonna take this case apart.
Sorry.
It's all right. We'll do that with you, sir. No worries. That goes to the shredder.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, sir. So this is case number 2025 TR 12165. Could you state your full name?
Eutimio Jorge Mendivil.
Thank you. So this is a excessive speed violation alleged at 47 miles per hour in a 25 mile per hour zone. That's a class 3 misdemeanor. Were you here for the group advisory?
Yes, sir.
You have any questions about your attorney waiver form?
No, sir.
All right.
I'll waive.
Okay.
No, sign it.
Correct. Your case is eligible for the traffic school. If you attend that, that will dismiss the citation and will not go on your criminal history. Would you like to see if you're eligible for that?
Yes, sir.
Have you attended that in the last year?
No, sir.
Okay.
I also have a change of address too for you.
Okay. Let me get the form to.
I have it right.
Oh, you already have.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. Do you have an email address?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
If you
right.
don't mind adding that. as
Yes,
well.
sir.
sir. So this is the authorization for you to go to the traffic school with my signature there.
Okay.
Your court date is extended to 2/18 of 2026. You
Yes,
must
sir.
complete the school 7 to 10 days before that. If you'd sign here where it says dependent. There we go.
Now we're doing the driving school. Do we have to repair a court also?
No, so what will happen is that next court date,
Yes, sir.
we should get the certificate of completion as long as you complete that.
Right.
If you don't, then yes, you need to appear on that
Correct.
traffic date.
All right.
And then we'll go through this procedure again. The traffic school will not be eligible at that point.
Okay.
But if you complete it, they send us a copy of the completion and that takes care of it for you.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions on that?
No, sir. That's
Okay,
it.
you're all set. Have a good day.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yep.
Robert Rice?
Hello there. How are you?
Just wanna get back to work.
We'll see what we can do for you. Luckily, we did that group advisory. We'd still be here to explain it to everybody.
Yeah.
All right, sir, so this is case number 2026 TR13. Could you state your full name?
Robert Kenneth Rice III.
All right, well, the third, let me add that to it. All right, sir, so this is a driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license, a class 1 misdemeanor. Did you understand the group advisory information?
Yes, sir.
Do you have your attorney waiver form?
Yes, sir.
You know how you wish to proceed with that?
No attorney.
Okay, just check that top box. If you haven't done so already, date and sign it. January 1/14/26.
I had to remember the year because sometimes I get it mixed up.
Yeah, it's the first month of the new one, so it's not uncommon. I'll take that. You have any questions about the plea before I take a plea from you?
Negative.
Okay, how do you have to plead?
No contest.
Okay. I'll enter your no contest plea. In the group advisory, did you understand the rights that you're giving up by pleading no contest? Okay, is that yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Okay. You understood the citizens advisory and the possible collateral consequences?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to provide a factual basis to your case, and you're not admitting or denying these facts, but acknowledging the facts would be used if it went to trial. And that is on 1/3 of 2026 at about 4:25 p.m. You were contacted at or near milepost 252, which is the intersection of South Beeline Highway and Bonita Street on Highway 87. That's in Payson, in Gila County, in the jurisdiction of this court. With that police contact with the Payson Police Department, has found you were operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway while your license was suspended, revoked, or canceled, and you are here pleading no contest to that charge. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Regarding your no contest plea, are you making that voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
No, sir.
Anybody promise you any lighter sentence or punishment if you pled you would receive it?
No, sir.
Okay. Court will accept your plea, finds that you made it knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. These are the rights that you're waiving by entering your no contest plea. I need your signature where it says defendant. Pen right there. You think it's able to get your license back? You think you're able to, or is it difficult?
I got some difficulties in there. I
Okay.
can't promise, but I will make some effort.
Okay. All right, so do you wish to give a statement before we impose the sentencing? All right, so the standard fine is $482. If you're able to get that within 30 days of today's date, I'll reduce that to $202. If you think you need a little more time than the 30 days, come back to the court, just fill out a motion. If you think you're getting close, I can't go another month, but I can go maybe another 15 days or so. So I'll leave that up to you as you find out what you need to do to get it fixed, okay?
All right, thank you.
Yeah. All right, regarding the $482, are you able to pay that today?
Negative.
Okay, I can put you on a payment plan. I have to add a one-time payment plan fee of $20 per statute.
Okay.
That comes out to $502. How much can you afford per month?
I want to go with the minimal, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'll be able to push in more than
That's
that.
fine.
But to be on the
with
safe
minimum.
side,
Yeah.
you know?
You're not making payments to the court already?
No.
Okay, so we'll start at the $25 a month, and if you can make more, you certainly can.
Yes. I'm just waiting for my work season to kick off. It doesn't kick off until next month,
Okay,
so I'm kind of surviving.
okay. So I'll schedule your first payment out 30 days in with that information.
Okay.
So what you're signing for is the payment plan of making $25 monthly payments minimum. First one's due on 2/13 of 2026, a total balance of $502. If you would sign for that payment contract where it says defendant. And if you could hand that to my bailiff when you're done signing it, and he'll get you a copy. And then, sir, this is that letter I told you about how to set aside the judgment and seal the records that I gave in the group advisory. If I could get your signature on this one, I'll give you the second copy. That's what you're signing for. Is your address still good on Cedar Crest?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I'll take the signed one, and then this one's yours. I've crossed out domestic violence. It doesn't apply to your case, but that's how you can go about sealing these records and setting aside the judgment if you wish to do that.
Okay, thank you.
You have any questions for me? Okay, you're all set to go.
Thank you, sir.
You bet.
Angelica Gonzalez?
Hello. All right, this is case 2025 CM 12391. Could you state your full name?
Angelica Roxanne Gonzalez.
All right, thank you. So you're here facing an allegation of assault under the domestic violence statute. You also violated the pretrial services when I let you out of custody. You didn't do what you said you were going to.
Mm-hmm.
Any reason why you did that?
I was drugged and raped.
Okay, so is there somebody that's charged or convicted for that?
No.
Okay, so then we have to leave that responsible to you.
Yeah.
So if you,
I know.
pardon me?
I know.
Okay. So I'm trying to contemplate whether I should call the sheriff's office over here to take you into custody or not, and you sit in jail until the next court date. That's what I'm weighing, because you didn't follow through with your pretrial services. And your explanation is because you were drugged and raped. But when you weren't drugged and raped, you didn't call them or contact them to let them know that.
It was multiple encounters. I didn't know who to call.
So you're here standing in front of me today,
Yeah.
and you're wanting me to believe that you were drugged and raped over and over and over, and once you escaped, was it reported to the police?
No.
You didn't report it to law enforcement.
I did not.
You didn't take any action,
No.
and they're not here chasing you, right?
No.
And you still failed to comply with this.
What is that?
When I released you out of custody, I ordered you to call pretrial, or when Judge McKean released you out of custody, he ordered you to contact pretrial services.
Oh.
And this is that form that you got when you were released, and it says that I promise I'll call and follow through, and that didn't happen.
Also, that was a whole different scenario. So,
Correct, you're here on an assault domestic violence charge.
yeah,
To be released,
I didn't have those papers when I got out.
that's not correct.
My dad did, and my mom had took me to California without my say.
So,
I don't.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Yes.
you're going to have to learn to take responsibility for your actions.
Yes, and I'm telling
No
you.
one else
Yes.
got the paperwork besides you when you were walked out of that cell.
Yeah.
Nobody did. Now, you might have went like this and gave them to somebody else and then forgot all about it and did whatever you did afterwards.
No, my dad had asked for the papers, and my mom had took me to California.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay, I'm not saying that that didn't happen, but you're the adult.
Yes,
You're
I'm
the-
aware.
Pardon me?
I'm aware.
So, when you spoke to the judge, because you spoke to the judge over the monitor,
Yes.
okay? You weren't drugged or raped then, right?
No, I was
Okay.
not.
And then you said to the judge that, yes, I will contact the pretrial services like I've been ordered.
Yes.
And then when you went away to California, you violated, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Did you get permission of the court?
No.
Okay, so you violated that.
And I had mentioned that to my parents, which they did not comply with.
Yeah, but your parents aren't responsible for you.
Yeah.
It's not their fault.
I know it's not.
It's only your fault.
Okay.
You violated. You could have told your mom and dad, I'm not going with you.
Yeah, and I did.
Okay.
I did.
And then you went with them?
Well, I had no choice. I was child locked in the car, so.
And so here you are standing in front of me
Did
because
you-
of all of these dramatic events, and you
Yeah.
didn't call the police for a kidnapping, that you were being taken
wasn't.
against your will, or none of that. Did you call the police?
No, because it was.
You need to accept responsibility and quit making excuses.
Okay.
I think we should call the sheriff's office.
All right.
Hang on, Garrett. I don't believe one word you're saying.
All right. That's fine.
And you just want to blame everybody else except take your own actions.
Okay.
So my contention is, when you walk out of here and you don't come to court the next time or don't do something you're supposed to do, your finger's going to point at everybody else except you.
Yeah.
Because of all of these horrific things that you're trying to get me to believe happened to you that you didn't call the police or anybody on ever.
Yeah.
So you need to look a little bit inward and to take responsibility for when you walked out of the cell. If you didn't want to get in the car to go to California, you're at the sheriff's office, for crying out loud. I don't want to go, sheriff. And you didn't do that. You got in the car. And now you're trying to tell me they're not here to say what happened, that they locked you in there and held you and forced you against your will. That's what you're trying to convince me of. Because you didn't contact pretrial services. Ain't flying.
But
No fool on this side.
I didn't want to because it's my parents.
Then get out.
Okay.
You're an adult.
Yeah. More.
Okay. So this is an assault domestic violence charge. It has a mandatory minimum fine of a $50 address. Is this boring to you? Is
No.
this, then stand up straight and stop sighing. Look like you're supposed to be in court.
All right.
Has a $50 mandatory minimum fine. Has a $50 address confidentiality fund fee. Has mandatory domestic violence counseling. That's the minimum that's on this charge.
Yes.
There's a maximum. It's a class 1 misdemeanor. I gave that in the group advisory. Did you understand that information?
Yes.
Okay. You have your attorney waiver form there. Do you have any questions on that form?
I do.
You do have questions? Okay, what's your question?
Am I able to request for a court attorney?
So I don't see any jail time asked by the prosecutor in the case. So if you're found guilty after a trial, or if you plead guilty or no contest to the charge, there is no jail time being asked on the case. So that's one of the reasons why you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney, but doesn't exist here. Do you have any other reasons that you can tell the court that you need a court-appointed attorney? You still can hire one if you want at your own expense, or you can waive the presence.
I just don't have any source of income.
Understand that. So if to have the court appoint you an attorney, it takes two things. Number one, you must not be able to afford an attorney, and then number two, another qualifying reason along with that. So there's no jail time. That would have been a qualifying reason. They're not asking jail time.
Yeah.
So do you have any other reasons besides I can't afford it? Because that's a reason, but I need two of them.
Well, like 2 reasons. Well,
Yeah, so it has to be a qualifying reason. So one of the reasons, if they ordered you to go to jail, then I can absolutely assign you a court-appointed attorney because, one, you cannot afford one, and number two, there's jail time, but there's not jail time asked on this case. So you have to give me another qualifying reason for jail time. Or excuse me, another qualifying reason for a court-appointed attorney.
I'm doing the services, right? So like,
Pardon me?
I don't have another reason other
So
than
that-
I'm not making any money.
Money, I understand. So then you're left with the two choices, which is to waive the presence of an attorney or hire one at your own expense.
Can I hire one?
You-
No. Oh, no,
So-
never mind,
so-
never mind.
So you can, you have the ability to, but you may not be able to financially afford one, okay? So what you can do is seek that if you wish, if you want to say one way or the other. I'm not telling you what to do, but you can waive the presence of an attorney today and go see if you can afford to hire one
Yes.
Or you can say, I'm going to hire one and go see, and if you can't hire one, let us know.
Okay.
So do you want to waive the presence today and then go see if you can hire one?
Yes.
Okay, so on your attorney waiver form, I would like you to check the second box, it's on there. Because you asked for one from the court, and I said you didn't have a reason, so check that one, and that you're going to go hire one if you can, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now date and sign where it's highlighted.
And what is the date?
The date is January 14th of 26.
Okay.
Is that not working? Do you have another one there? I'll switch it out here. Thanks.
Thank you.
Might just switch those two. Well, the other one's a pencil, I think. Alright, so what I'm going to do is give you a copy of your order for the pre-trial.
Wait, do I put my full name or just my name? Like
Pardon?
my first name?
Just your name is good.
Okay.
That's all I need. I can get that from you.
Yes.
Okay, do you have any questions before you give a plea to the court?
I do not.
Okay, how do you wish to plead?
I'm not guilty.
I'll enter your not guilty plea for you, and we'll schedule you for your next court date, which is called a pretrial conference.
All right, thank you.
And I don't have one of those on this case. I don't know if you already did that or not.
I thought I did.
You gave me the notice of pretrial services, but I don't have the other one. Is your address still good on Overland?
Yeah.
Can I see it? I made one.
Oh, no, it is on
There
there,
it is.
sorry, yeah. It is
Well,
on
we were
Overland?
planning on changing it after court to my mom's address.
Okay, so let me give you a court address update form, and then just when you know what it is, fill that out and get that back to us. You're required
Mm-hmm.
to keep the court updated of your
Yes.
current address, phone number, and email. So all you gotta do is fill out that information with your name here.
Okay.
So once you figure that out, fill this information out with your name, and then you get that back to us.
Thank you.
Here is your next court date. It will be on February 9th of 2026 at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And that's for the plea of not guilty, and scheduled you for your pretrial conference. I need a signature for that date where it says defendant right there.
Okay. Like a signature or the full name? Like, is that basically like a signature?
Yeah, signature,
Okay.
correct. Okay, I'll get you a copy of that, and I'm going to review your release conditions with you. Obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately of any address change, we talked about that. Not to leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, so don't leave state again.
Yes.
Not to have any unwanted contact with the alleged victim, so you're allowed to talk to the victim, just when they request not to want to talk anymore, you must comply with that.
Yeah.
And then you're no longer required to notify pretrial services since you already violated it. I'm not going to take you into custody on it. Should take you into custody because of you're not obeying what was ordered of you, but you appeared on your own free will here today, so I'm going to give you some credibility for that. Make sure you don't miss the next court date.
Oh.
Do you have any questions?
No,
Okay,
thank you.
you're all set to go.
Tyler Kitzig?
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
So this is case number 2025 CM 179. We missed a court date prior, but you're here now.
It's multiple periods.
Okay, So let me talk to the first one, just on the 69.
I do have an attorney, so.
Pardon me?
I do have hired an attorney that should be contacting the court today.
Oh, okay. So you retained counsel, so what,
That's correct.
if that's the case, I'll enter not guilty. Do you want him on all cases?
Please.
Okay. All right, so just for a record, the case that ends in 68, that is an allegation of assault under the domestic violence statute. The case that is 2024 CM 167, you had already pled not guilty and failed to appear at that pretrial conference. So we're going to continue that case. Also, to put those together, we'll give you the same date for all of them. And the other one was another case, failure to appear at a pretrial conference, 2025 TR 118. So we'll schedule all of those for another court date. Make sure that you do not fail to appear at the pretrial conference, because we're calling people in to meet with you. So if you don't show, we'll warrant, and I'm just going to hang on to you until we finish the court case in its entirety. So that is probably 30 to 45 days of in custody. So it really puts it on your shoulders to appear when you sign saying, "I will do it, Judge." Okay?
I need a different date for counsel.
Okay.
Yes, counsel.
Yep,
Or do you want to wait till we get an NOA?
Oh, no, so he's indicating he's gonna hire an
Okay.
attorney. We'll go ahead and do it now.
Okay.
Warrant, walk in, have the warrants. Okay, so we'll quash the warrants that we have, and we need to give him copies of the quashed warrants.
I just got out of jail Friday, so. I don't know if
Pardon
that
me?
makes a difference. I just got out of jail Friday. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Okay. So.
The warrants aren't in a computer, so I can't function.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right. Okay, so that's good.
yep, he's good on that.
Let me know when you get the date and time.
2/24, 9 a.m.
All right, sir. So here is your court date, 2/24 of 2026 at 9 a.m. and that is for your attorney appearance with you.
Is that all the court
All
dates?
the court cases, all three of them. Yep. Try to keep it all the same, make it convenient for you.
Get caught up.
Yeah. So that is, you appeared not guilty, pretrial set for all three cases. Those case numbers are here, and it requires your signature, which says defendant.
Let's keep.
I'll get you a copy of that. And what, I don't know if you want to make three and we'll put them individually with each case, or?
Is this all on YouTube right now?
Yes.
Does it go on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. Suppose my reputation's the only thing getting hurt then?
What's that?
Suppose my reputation's the only thing getting hurt then?
If that's the worst, then that's not bad.
No,
I
it
need
is.
to
I'm just trying to start a business in a small town.
Yeah. I do need to review the release conditions with you.
Okay.
On case ending in 68, obey all orders of the court, not to commit any crimes, notify the court immediately of any address change, not to leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, not to have any unwanted contact with the alleged victim, which means you can discuss things unless they request you not to speak to you, then you have to comply with that.
Right.
The case ending in 167 is the assault, DV, disorderly conduct, domestic violence, and criminal damage, domestic violence. Those release conditions obey all orders of the court, not to commit any crimes, and notify the court immediately if your address changes, not to leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. On this case, no contact with the alleged victim at all, and not to go near the location of the alleged offense. If you have personal property at that location, you can request a civil standby, have law enforcement go with you to collect belongings, and then not to possess, consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. In the last case, let's take a look at that one. Just not to drive a vehicle on a public roadway unless you have a license to do so. In the case of, it's at Kitzig?
Yes.
Case of Kitzig, any victims in the courtroom? Haven't seen none. Any questions?
No.
Okay, so let me get you a copy. There's that, copy for your court date, we'll see you on that date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You betcha. And I'm just gonna let you put these together
Okay,
later.
that's fine.
And then you just kinda wanna do the highlight on each of the,
Yep.
have you seen that?
Yep.
Okay.
Is this his copy, sir? Or?
That is his copy,
Okay.
we already got it, yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
No, you're good? Yeah, thank you.
Donald Withrow?
Hello, sir, how are you?
Okay.
You didn't do too bad, you got the cushion chair. All right, sir, so this is case number 2025 TR 12156. Could you state your full name?
Donald Ross Withrow.
Thank you, sir. So we're facing a criminal violation of driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license. Let's take a look at the citation and make sure there's not any civil traffic violations. Oh, that is the only charge. Did you understand the group advisory that I gave, sir?
Not guilty.
Okay.
You should have received. I came in on the 18th to put in a motion to dismiss. They said I still had to see you.
Correct.
And I gave them a copy of my driver's license. Since then, I've gotten a real copy. It was a clerical error on DMV's part.
You have a letter that says it's a clerical error?
Back in September, I went through the revocation process and I did everything. They said if I had a copy of my license, I wouldn't need one. And after doing the SR-22 and everything else, I ran out of money, so I didn't pay the $25. If I'd paid $25 to have my picture taken, this wouldn't have happened.
So where's that on a piece of paper? Because you can't tell me what they said. If they made a clerical error, the court receives clerical errors all the time. That's called a statement of error from the motor vehicle department. Do you have that?
They didn't write me one. They just gave me a
Okay.
thing and they said, sorry, I spent the night in jail.
All right, so let me tell you what your possibilities are here with what you're explaining. You've already got your license valid, that's good. There's two ways to handle that. Number one, if you want to proceed forward, and I can give you a reduction on a fine amount, but that shows as a conviction if you plead guilty or no contest. Or you plead not guilty and you take that information and all the things to the prosecutor on another court date to see if they'll dismiss it, to see if they'll reduce it to a civil charge. So
Not guilty.
okay. All right, so we'll back up. You have an attorney waiver form.
They didn't give me that because they couldn't find my paperwork that they saw yesterday, and they just told me to come into court.
Okay, so this morning they told you that
They couldn't find in my paperwork.
all right, so here's an attorney waiver form. So did you understand the group advisory that I talked about regarding the attorney?
I don't need one. I'm not guilty.
Okay. And the top box up here where it says you don't want an attorney. And then if you wouldn't mind writing your name right below the verses.
So the state is the victim?
Correct.
I'll see the victim in trial then.
Yeah, that's so what you will, the next proceeding is a pre-trial conference. What you can do, it's up to you, is get that information that you told me all what motor vehicles said and get that, a statement of error from them, if you can get that. And then you bring that to the next pre-trial conference, so it's preparing for the trial.
Well, I was told by Kim Dillman at this adult probation, if I provided you with this, that you would dismiss it most likely.
Well, they're not the judge, sir. So I can't really go with what people tell you. What I can tell you is tell you what the law says. I can give you your options. That's all I can do. If you want it dismissed, that has to go through the prosecutor. What you've done, you've entered a not guilty plea.
Okay.
So your next one's a pre-trial conference. It's not the trial. I want to make sure you know that. This is where you'll talk to the prosecutor, and that's where you can present all of this information. And if you're able to get it in a written format, that's even better, because then they can provide you a statement of error. That'll benefit you better.
They're not going to admit to their mistake.
Okay, well, I've seen them do that a bunch of times here in court, but if you know better, then I'll just...
I used to clean there.
All right, so once you're not guilty, is this for me, or do you need this back?
You should have a copy of it. They
Okay.
made a copy of it on the 18th, but that's my original copy from driver's license.
I'll make another copy just in case then, so I'll give you that back.
They took a copy and they stamped it on 12/18. I don't know what happened to my record.
It's probably still in there, but what we're gonna do is put...
Can I borrow the case number?
What?
Case number?
Don't look for everything. We're not doing that.
No,
Yeah.
we're not.
Yeah.
I'm making his.
So I've got a copy of their driver's license also.
Okay.
So I've already got that, but I've got this one also.
So I came in and to give this to you guys for nothing.
No, you did. It's not for nothing, because what we're going to do, sir, what do you know? Because you know what all it sounds like.
I don't know anything. I haven't even received an official ticket from the arresting officer. All I got was a thing to go to probation department and a piece of paper to appear before you today.
Okay.
I don't even know the man's arresting badge number. I asked for his badge. He said he had provided with the, because I would give me my card. See, I never got this because I want to go make a complaint.
Okay,
But
so
I need to tell the prosecutor what he said to me because I know you don't care right now.
it's not that I don't care. I can't do anything with the information. So,
Okay.
So this is a copy of the ticket.
Can I have a copy of this
I
so
can
I can
get
go
you
to
a
the
copy.
police department and get a
Yes.
FOIA?
Yes. So the ticket should have been given to you. I'm not saying it did, but it should have been because you were booked on the charge, correct?
I was taken straight from the parking lot there. He went through my whole arrest. I used to clean the jail. I've never seen an arresting officer sit there when they strip search the
So you were
arrestee.
Okay, so you were arrested, and so when you walked out of the jail, I'm not saying they did, but they should have gave you a copy of the complaint
It
along
was
with the
never
release.
given to me, just
Okay.
these two original pieces of paper. Go to report to probation, free trial, and to come here today.
Okay.
No other paperwork. And
Well, we'll provide that to you, so you have it.
so when am I coming back again?
Yes, that's called the pre-trial conference. That's what I was trying to explain to you.
Printing it right now.
And she's getting that court date for you.
After going through the revocation process, I wouldn't be out driving illegally. This was dumb.
Well, I wish everybody would hold that same position that you do that doesn't have a license to drive on. But that's not the case. That's why the court is always busy. You've heard, you're towards the end of the thing here. You heard how many driving suspendeds we had here today.
I know, a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
You got a good front camera. You wouldn't have caught me because I wasn't doing anything illegal, but the camera told them where I was.
Okay. All right, sir. So to answer your question, your next court date is on 2/9/2026 at 9 a.m. You'll come right back here. If you'd sign for that date here, you'll come right back here, and the prosecutor will pull you out one at a time to talk about your case. Make a copy of that for you, and then you'll be all set. You have any questions?
No.
Okay. As soon as they get you that copy, you're released to go, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Carrie Nab? Yes, ma'am. No advisory, her attorney waiver's behind that.
Okay, thank you. Hello there.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Doing good. Thank you for asking.
Are those public readers by chance?
They are. You can
Can I
use them if
borrow
you'd like.
them?
Sure. That's what
Awesome.
they're there for, yeah.
That's what happens when you get older. I just gotta have them, you know?
Yeah.
Thank goodness they're universal.
Yes. All right, so this is case 2025 TR 453. Could you state your full name?
My name is Carrie Dawn Knapp.
Thank you. So we have two violations. One of them is a criminal traffic violation. The other one is a civil traffic violation. The first one, that's criminal, is driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license.
Yes, sir.
I don't think you were here for the group advisory, so I'm going to explain to you the penalty range of that.
Okay.
Okay? The class 1 misdemeanor has a maximum fine of $2,500, 6 months in jail, and/or 3 years of probation. There is no jail time being asked of your case, so you're not facing that as a possible consequence, whether you plead guilty or no contest today, or if you're found guilty later after trial, no jail. Okay? Your options are to plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty or no contest, we'll move forward to sentencing today.
Okay.
Save you a trip back to court. The difference between a guilty plea and a no contest plea is the following. One is guilty plea means that you're admitting that you committed the crime. A no contest plea is that you're not admitting or denying the facts of the case, but you accept the conviction. Both guilty and no contest show as a criminal conviction on your criminal history. If you plead not guilty, we'll schedule you back to court for a pre-trial conference. That's where you'll meet with the prosecutor, discuss the case with the prosecutor. At the conclusion of that meeting, one of three things will happen. One, the case will go to a trial. Two, the case could enter a plea agreement. Or three, the case could be dismissed. Okay? You have the right to an attorney. The case does not qualify for a court-appointed attorney since there's not jail time that I informed you about. If that changes, your rights change. Or if you have a cause to ask for a court-appointed attorney, let me know, and I'll let you know if that qualifies. Or you waive the presence of an attorney or hire an attorney at your own expense. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
They should have given you an attorney waiver form, which is right here.
That's okay, I don't, or I guess I do need to fill it out.
Yeah. So do you know what you want to do regarding the attorney?
Yes, I'll waive the attorney.
All right. If you check the top box here that says I do not want an attorney, and then where it's highlighted, date and sign that, please.
Okay. Today's the 14th, right?
Correct. All right. And this is basically explaining the process of today, so I'll give that to you.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about the pleas that I explained to you?
No, sir.
All right. How do you wish to plea on the driving suspended violation?
I was driving on a suspended license. I'm guilty.
Okay.
I knew better.
So enter your guilty plea. Then we have one charge of failure to produce evidence of
Yes,
financial
I have my
responsibility,
insurance.
which is insurance. Okay.
Yes.
So let me take a look at that.
Yes, sir.
Did you have it at the time of the stop?
I did, but it was in the glove box, and
Okay.
there was an accident, and the car was totaled,
Okay.
and I was not able to
Take a
secure
look
it at
here.
the time.
Okay.
Yeah, side note, I just spent $1,300 on a brand new clutch, drove it one time and wrecked it. Pretty bad natural consequences.
Okay, with this proof of evidence of your insurance, I'm going to dismiss the violation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Of course.
Code for a dismissal.
My plan was to come in here with my license reinstated and all of that. Didn't work out, but that was my plan today.
What was it?
Make sure. I think it's 43.
I think so too.
I think it's 43 for the judge dismissal.
Right. So we'll only move forward on, thank you, on the driving suspended violation. So there are certain rights that you're giving up when you enter a guilty plea. I'm going to review those with you. First off, are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, by pleading guilty, you're giving up the right to plead not guilty and have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You're giving up the right to have a bench trial. You're giving up the right to have the assistance of an attorney at all stages of the proceeding, including appeal. And that's where we talked about the attorney waiver form that you just signed. You've given up the right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine them as to the truthfulness of their testimony. You're giving up the right to present evidence on your own behalf and have the court compel your chosen witnesses to appear and testify free of charge. And you're also given up the right to remain silent and be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt, and giving up the right to a direct appeal. I want to make you aware of possible collateral consequences.
Okay.
And those are the following. A possible suspension of your driver's license, an impact on a commercial driver's license or other professional license, an impact on insurance rates, the revocation of probation or parole, an increased penalty for further criminal charges, becoming a prohibited possessor if convicted of domestic violence charges. If you're not a citizen of the United States, a plea or finding of guilt may result in your deportation or being denied citizenship or re-entry. Further, on your citizenship is Rule 17.2. If you're not a citizen of the United States, pleading guilty or no contest to a crime may affect your immigration status. Admitting guilt may result in deportation even if the charge is later dismissed. Your plea or admission of guilt could result in your deportation or removal, could prevent you from ever being able to get legal status in the United States, or prevent you from becoming a United States citizen. Understanding each of these rights I just explained to you, you wish to enter your guilty plea and waive these rights?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. You may file a Rule 33 petition for post-conviction relief, and if denied, file a petition for review. You get a letter that explains that. It'll also explain to you how to set aside the judgment of conviction pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13905 once all the terms of the sentence have been completed, and you may qualify for a certificate of second chance and apply to seal the records pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13911 once the terms of the sentence and the time frames therein have been satisfied. So this letter will explain each of those to you if you wish to exercise those rights.
Okay.
If I could get a signature on that line there, that I provided you a copy of it. And here's your copy, and I've crossed out the domestic violence portion since it does not apply to your case.
Thank you.
Regarding your guilty plea, you're making that plea voluntarily.
I am.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
Nope.
Did anybody promise you in your lighter sentence or punishment if you pled guilty you'd receive it?
No, sir. It's just the right thing to do.
Okay. Court will accept your plea of guilty and finds that you made it knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. These are the rights that I read to you that you're waiving with a guilty plea. If you'd sign where it says defendant. All right. Do you wish to give a statement to the court before we impose sentencing?
I apologize, and I won't be driving unsuspended again.
Okay. All right. So let me cover a factual basis. On 12/11 of 2025 at about 4:06 p.m., you were contacted at or near milepost 262.5 on State Route 87 by the Department of Public Safety. In that police contact, it was found that you were operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway while your license was suspended, revoked, or canceled. You are here pleading guilty to that charge today. Additionally, you were cited for not having insurance, which you provided proof that you had on the date and time of the offense. That occurred in Gila County in the jurisdiction of this court. Does that sound consistent?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am. The fine for the driving suspended violation is a $482 fine. If you're able to get your license, you said you were working on it, I'll get that back. I'll reduce that fine if you're able to get your license back within 30 days to $202.
Excellent.
Yeah, so you just come by and we'll make a photocopy of it, or if you want to scan it and email it to us, either way you want. 30 days from today's date.
Okay, so I was planning on paying it in full, so, because I will have my license, I have class on the 20th, or on the 18th, so I'll have my license by the 20th of this month.
Okay.
Do you want me to pay the full amount today and then you'll reimburse me the other half, or do you want me to pay half today?
So I'll leave it up to you if you go on a payment plan and not, because...
I'm just going to pay it in full.
All right, well, so let me make sure you understand. So
Okay.
to get the reimbursement, it takes a little while, so there'll be a little delay on that. So
Okay.
I want you to be aware that if you decide to pay the whole thing, if you get your license and we owe you money back, that will take a couple of weeks at least, okay?
Sure.
So having that in mind, if you go on a payment plan, I have to add $20 to it, but you can make minimal payments, and then when you get your license, you get the reduction and pay off whatever's left. Up to you.
Okay. What's the total?
The total for today is, there's, let me get that for you.
$35 court fee, I think I picked that up.
Yeah, $35.80, so it's $482 plus $35.80 is $517.80, and then if you do the payment plan, we add $20 to it.
Okay. And then when you say half of the ticket will be reduced, would that include the 35 on there too, right? Would that?
The court security fee does not, so it'll reduce the fine of $482 to $202.
Okay.
Okay, so right now that's imposed at $482, but that'll reduce to $202.
Okay. And then the $35.80 total.
And then the $35.80 is still in place on there.
Okay. Okay. Is it, okay.
So do you want to, your choices were to pay it off or go on the payment plan?
I'm gonna pay $237.80 today.
Okay,
Is my math right on that?
pardon me?
Is my math right on that? I think it is.
It is,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Minus 237.80 leaves you $280. Let me do this one. So we're doing $537.80 because you're going on a payment plan.
No. I have to go on a payment plan if I pay half?
Yeah, so if you don't pay at the time of sentencing,
This is my sentencing, right?
it is, but you have to pay the total sum, which is what you expressed in doing.
Mhm.
So if it's per statute, so I don't have any governing portion of it.
Okay.
So I have to add a $20 if you don't pay the whole thing. But if you pay the whole thing and you get the refund, it takes you a while to get the money back. So it's really your call, however you want to do that.
Okay.
So if you pay a partial payment of $237.80,
Yeah.
that's not paying the total balance, so I have to apply the payment plan because the others do. Or you submit.
I see what you're saying.
You submit the record, yeah.
Okay, so it'd be $257.80, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So let me do that one for you. $537.80 minus 257.80 equals, that would be $280. So there'd be,
$280.
what's that?
I said $280.
So you're trying to have it reduced down to
Yeah, 'cause
what would be left?
Yeah, well, I know that I'm going to get my license reinstated. It's not even I know that's happening. So what I'm trying to do is pay the half that I owe, because I'm going to get my license reinstated, pay the court fees, the $35, and then because I'm not paying it all, I have to pay a $20 fee because it's a payment plan because it's not paid in full, correct?
So you would pay $257.80.
Okay.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's
so
okay.
Let me double check my math.
Okay. I'm just trying to reduce my trips here and take care of my responsibilities.
Yep, I understand what you're doing.
Okay.
Minus 257.80 equals, that leaves you 280.
That's crazy. How are you getting to 280? I don't get it.
It's probably my calculator, so let me do it.
Okay.
Because I know if you pay the 202 plus the 35.80, that's where we get to.
237.80. Yep. And then $20. $257.80, I believe. I bet you've heard it all.
Pardon me?
No, no. I said I bet you've heard it all.
And then what I'll do is I'll just, because it doesn't matter what the next portion is.
Okay.
So I'm just, you want me to put just $25 a month because you're just going to pay the rest of it?
That's fine. Sounds awesome.
And you can pay the whole thing off once you're. And that'll be due on the 13th of February at the latest of the $25.
Okay.
All right. So you're signing for making a payment of $257.80 today.
Yep.
And then thereafter making a $25 monthly payment, $213 of 2026 is due on that total balance.
Okay.
Okay, signature where it says dependent.
And then how do you want me to prove I got my license back to you? What were my options?
Just if you just want to come in, bring a copy of it with you.
Okay.
And then we'll make a copy of it. And then we'll do the reduction on it and that'll take care
Perfect.
of it. Okay?
Excellent. Is that it?
Let us give you a copy of that
Okay.
judgment. You're gonna wanna take that to the front counter to make your payment today.
Okay.
And then when you come back later, hopefully with your license to get the other reduction, then you'll be all set, and that'll conclude the case.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, you're all set.
All
Good
right,
luck.
thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Are you done for the day now?
We got telephonic ones we have to
Ah.
handle, yeah. So,
And all the people who didn't show up.
Yeah.
and the ones that didn't show.
That usually take all day?
No, we'll be done here before lunch.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Optimistically.
Yes.